Welcome back to Toronto Police Baseball on YouTube. Bottom of the 8th inning. Maple Leafs Baseball brought to you by TD Canada Trust. Cale Clarkson is the pitcher for the Barrie Baycats. Swing and a miss, strike three. A three-pitch strikeout for Clarkson on one of the hottest hitters in the IBL, John Salazzo, to start things off in the bottom of the 8th. Cale Clarkson has pitched just 3 times in the Intercounty Baseball League, all one-inning affairs. Giving up just a run in those 3 innings.
Clarkson, an alumni of St. Joe's and Barrie, one of the better high schools, if I say so myself. And,
I'm guessing you went there?
No, I did.
Yeah.
You confirm or deny, perhaps. I just said.
Can confirm it, probably,
yes,
yeah.
Yes, I've been done for a few years, so I guess definitely can. Clarkson's also a local guy. You have to understand why they signed him. He's a big guy from the left side. He's a younger guy, but you can clearly tell that he has frame to build with. So he's definitely a project that you definitely take on if you're the Baycats, given he's a local guy.
Over the inside corner to Aiden McCaskey. And that one hits Aiden McCaskey. He'll head down to first base. And brings up Connor Lewis. Connor Lewis, the batter. Aiden McCaskey over there at first base. Lewis swings and misses at an outside fastball, strike one.
I'm sure if the Baycats got run to get back in that ball game in the top half of the 8th inning, they would have stuck with Brad Grievenson in the 3 game. You may as well save the bullets on Grievenson. And
pitch way outside. It goes to the backstop. Aiden McCaskey will move up 90 feet as he stands on second base. And that's just one pitch, but from the very, very small sample size we've seen with Cale Clarkson, it has been a little bit of a battle with command every now and then. He's walked 4 batters in the 3 innings that he's pitched. Had a couple of walks last time against the Kitchener Panthers. That was part of a 15-1 win for the Barrie Baycats, but he did get out of that inning without allowing a run.
Yeah, it's not easy being a young pitcher in this league. I mean, you look at Ryan Wells.
And there's one that goes off the glove of Cale Clarkson. He's going to allow Aiden McCaskey to head down to third base. Doesn't really matter much with 1 out in the 10-3 ball game.
You look at Ryan Wells, the struggles he's had at times. I mean, again, he's been brilliant at other times, bridging the Maple Leafs to the back end of the bullpen. At other times, it's tough. Evan Souls last season for the Baycats, he had some tough moments. Again, it's tough to be a pitcher in this league at 18, 19, facing guys that have played AAA, AA, even a guy like Lewis, right? He never played, affiliated baseball, even independent baseball, but he's been a top player in the IBL for a few seasons now. So there really is no easy out in this league, especially for the top half of the teams.
Ryan Wells, another one of those guys that, regardless of whether the number there or not, you can tell the tools are there.
And the Baycats at this point, 10-3, they're willing to give a run for an out. Infield's playing back.
Swinging a miss by Connor Lewis. 2 strikes. Aiden McCaskey stands on first base, or third base. Lewis fouls it off left side. Dan Mara is on deck.
Lewis might be, we haven't mentioned the heaviest player of the game yet. I mean, Connor Lewis. You take a look at it. I know you're doing it right now, but
Luca Boscarino.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3 by Connor Lewis brings up Dan Mara. Any of these guys coming up at the bottom of the order, actually.
And isn't that fitting too, right? I mean, you look at this game and Justin Mara, I mean, he's also had another big night. And John Salazzo got on base a couple of times too. But it's really the bottom of that Maple Leafs lineup, whether it's a Lewis or a Dan Marr or a Boscarino, or even a Damon Toffley, that's really done the damage to the Maple Leafs in this ballgame.
I think Luca Boscarino is the leading candidate
Yeah, just picking at that.
at this point.
Yeah, a nice bomb too. Yeah, I think Bosco's the guy right now.
We actually picked this too, so that's why we're having this discussion live on air.
Of the players of the game, the pennies.
If you want to throw a suggestion in the chat too, feel absolutely free. We'll read it. Dan Mara is another one of those candidates. He's 3 for 4 this game, but doesn't have any RBIs. Justin Mara has also scored a couple of runs.
One of the things you might have to do, perhaps in middle of August, as the regular season's coming to an end, is look into potentially, once all these position players have won a player of the game, maybe give it to a guy like Dylan Jacober, who kind of pitched 2 huge innings, allow the Maple Leafs to open this game up. No, not true Penny's player of the game in a real sense, but who makes the rules? Nobody.
You do.
I'm the rule maker, right?
Yeah.
Technically speaking, but I can break my own rules, I guess.
I like Dylan Jacober as an option as well. It's just that Luca Boscarino home run was, I guess it's how this game goes, right?
And Bosco also, he's heading back to school soon, and he's one player of the game. What better way to spend the last week or so in Toronto than spending $100 worth at Penny's? I can't think of another better option or better way to spend my time last week in Toronto than at Penny's.
Yeah.
With free $100 gift card free. I mean, you can't complain.
Sliders and cheap drinks are what they do best.
Yes.
And we'll see if Luca Boscarino can indulge in some of those with a Player of the Game award. There's a strike over the inside corner to the aforementioned Luca Boscarino. Now, if he's able to drive in a run right here,
it's over.
That would
that
would seal the deal. Do you think he knows?
To
the backstop, a run is coming home. Scoring easily is Aiden McCaskey. Dan Mara moves up to second base, 11-3. Toronto Leafs.
I got to be honest. I think these guys, they do want to get the W first and foremost. But I do think, secondly, they are thinking.
They want sliders and cheap drinks.
I just had that, like, Bosco, as he's coming around the plate, there's no way he's not thinking, I may have just locked up Penny's player of the game.
Yeah.
So, his Manuel comes out here for a between the at-bat mound visit. I've never been a big fan of this. Me, unless there's an injury, I've never been a big believer that you can freeze a batter. Especially for me, 11-3 ball game. I mean, it's not a quick drive home compared to up to 400. So I'm all for speeding the game up, is my point.
Yeah, and then we've seen that be an initiative throughout professional baseball a lot in recent years, and then a lot of things being experimented.
I don't think this should be allowed at all. I don't think an in between mound visit should be allowed, unless the guy's injured, which is obviously Clarkson was not in that spot. So that's one way for me to speed the game up.
I try to keep my opinions for Penny's player of the game.
Well, hey, listen, it's 11-3. We've had a couple of blowouts here on Wednesday night.
So Luca Boscarino draws the walk. That's his second walk of the ball game, so he will likely finish 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs and 2 walks. Damon Topley comes up. There's an RBI opportunity out there at second base in the form of Dan Mara. Damon Topley has 2 hits, one of them a bunt base hit, one of them a single.
My first question to Damon Topley in my post-game interview is going to be, when's the last time you had a bunt base hit?
Yeah.
I'm expecting an answer because
What do you think the answer will be?
2007. Oh, really?
Dave Topley lines one into center field. That will get down for a base hit. Being waved home is Dan Mara. The throw comes into third base, and Damon Topley has cashed in his 10th RBI of the season, and it is now 12-3 Toronto Maple Leafs.
The Leafs now we had 20 runs against the Baycats 2 Wednesdays ago, I believe, correct? No, you had 12. I mean, that's 32 runs in the last 2 games here.
Yeah.
These teams not afraid of playing high-scoring games here at Christie Pitch. Sometimes the Baycats, being the team to blow out the Maple Leafs, but the last 2 games, no question that the Maple Leafs have gotten the better of the Baycats.
And you can include in the post-game report as well that all Toronto Maple Leafs batters have hit. That was completed.
It's becoming a staple.
Yeah, that was completed with an Aiden McCaskey single an inning ago. Or this inning, I should say.
And I know there's guys in the Baycats that obviously love my game recaps too. So I definitely have to make sure to include that. It's become a thing. All 9 batters in the slam getting a hit.
It's been scattered throughout the lineup of the Barrie Baycats. Ryan Rio has 3. He's 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs, including that monster home run and a ball that could have been a home run to center field as well. Swing and a miss by Greg Carrington. 2 strikes and 1 ball. There's a rough start for Adam Kahn to start things off. That's what got the Toronto Maple Leafs offense going. Went 3 2/3, gave up 12 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned, walked just 1 and struck out 1. Brad Grieveson came in and was absolutely rolling, but gets pegged for 5 runs, 3 of them earned.
Damon Topley on a 3-2 pitch was on the move.
Well, the lead runner was on the move. He was just following Luca Boscarena.
Yes. And also in this case, too, some might say, it's 12-3. Why even do that? But at the same time, I mean, no lead is safe at Christie Pitch. And it is only a 9-run game, which I know sounds silly sometimes, but at Christie Pitch and, the Baycats lineup, you never know.
Don't go away. That's what we're trying to say.
Well, exactly. Keep the ratings up. They get a monthly review at the end of each month.
No, that's true at all.
No, it's not. We're in the lion stage of this broadcast now.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 by Greg Carrington, but the Toronto Maple Leafs tack on a couple more. Damon Topley drives one in. Luca Boscareno gets a walk, which you'll have to wait till the end of the game, but may lock him up for Penny's player of the game. 12-3, Toronto Maple Leafs leading the Barrie Baycats. We head to the top of the 9th inning. New pitcher coming in for the Maple Leafs. It's Franklin Hernandez. And we'll be back on Toronto Maple Leafs baseball presented by TD Canada Trust. Welcome back to Toronto Maple Leafs baseball on YouTube. Tyler Plumpton comes to the plate in the Woodbine racetrack. Hold the bullpen, calls on Franklin Hernandez to try and shut this thing down for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Last time we saw him come in a relief appearance was in his debut, where he struck out the side.
Came in relief on Sunday against
Oh, that's a good point.
Yes.
Ground ball, Jose Vinicio trying to make a spectacular play, and he will. A spinning throw onto first base with ease to get Tyler Plumpton. And there's one away.
Just sticking with my conversation about my always popular game recaps, one of the other things I have is did you see that? It was kind of like the nicest play of the game kind of thing. And Vinicio may have taken it on that play.
Yeah, that was...
Not to give away my whole recap, but...
That was a good one.
Burns had a couple plays, the Baycat shortstop that he almost made. He almost had a couple of great plays, but Vinicio makes it look easy. That's the thing with Vinicio, right? He makes it look super easy. That was a tough play, and nothing easy about it, but he made it look quite easy.
And I think that comes from a comfort level as well with the professional experience. And he's very comfortable over there at second base, which playing on an inter-county baseball league infield, especially here at Dominico Field, it can put you in an uncomfortable situation, no doubt about it. But Jose Vinicio doesn't have a lot of worry.
Yeah, and I also think he's one of those guys too. I mean, look back at that hit that Plumpton had earlier in the game. There's nothing you can do. I mean, so like for him, I think he's pretty easygoing. He's not exactly a tense guy. He says that there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Focus on the next play, and he's been brilliant for the Maple Leafs in this game at shortstop.
Which is up and away, 1-2. So Franklin Hernandez comes into this game with an ERA that is sitting at 4. But if you look at the runs that have been earned and the runs that have been not earned, they are very, very different numbers. You look back to a game against the London Majors that Franklin Hernandez started, where he gave up 8 runs, but 7 of them were unearned.
Yeah, he also made a defensive mistake in that inning. But at the same time, Johnson Laws made a mistake. Dan Mara had a play where he could have gotten out of the inning without allowing any runs. If he turned a double play, he didn't. But those games happen, and Hernandez looking to get that ERA down a bit, and he can do so here with a nice, clean inning.
Swing and a miss. This one goes to the backstop. Justin Marr's going to have a tough time getting him at first base, and the throw gets up the line. So it'll go as a strikeout for Franklin Hernandez, but not able to convert as that one went off the shin protector of Justin Marr and all the way to the Toronto Maple Leafs dugout.
Well, the issue with that, too, is like we can see the angle that Justin Marr has here on the top of the Christie Hillside. To throw that ball to the first base bag without hitting Mike Dubin or throwing the ball away, that was almost impossible.
So that's the third strikeout for Mike Dubin. Brings up Owen Jansen, who's 1 for 3 with a strikeout of his own. Owen Jansen is now solidly in place in the Barrie Baycats batting average race. Tyler Plumpton close behind, or not as close behind now at 364. Owen Jansen hitting 374.
Jansen, I mentioned earlier, he wasn't a guy that hit a lot in school down in the States at St. Leo, but that was a top D2 down in Florida. That's no joke. I mean, that's playing at a D2 in Florida is almost like playing at D1 anywhere else really in the States. But he's definitely taken, his time in NCAA, and he's turned into being one of contact bats here in the IBL here in his first full season. Brought in at the deadline last season for the Baycats, and a massive addition to the team, to say the least.
Jansen swings and misses, strike 2. Franklin Hernandez is a ground ball away from finishing off this ball game. Here's the 0-2. Over the inside corner, strike 3 called. And now the Barrie Baycats are down to their final lap.
A massive, well, relatively speaking for an IBL game, a massive regular season win for the Maple Leafs. And it moves them a game and a half up on the Baycats, who might be looking at having to play game 1 of a playoff series if the Maple Leafs can't catch Guelph for that 3rd seed, here at Christie Pitts. And again, there might not be a bigger difference in two ballparks in terms of home field advantage mattering more than the Maple Leafs having to make a trip up to 400 or the Baycats having to make the trip down the 400 to play here at Christie Pitts, a ballpark that has not been all too kind to them this season.
And this is the last time that the Toronto Maple Leafs and Barrie Baycats will face each other this season before what could potentially be a first-round matchup. But with this win, the Toronto Maple Leafs will now just be a game and a half out of third place in the Intercounty Baseball League. But that race is still very much on.
And you don't really know how many more games Guelph's going to lose the rest of the way. I mean, it's an interesting race, and that's all you can really ask for as we head down the stretch run here in the IBL.
Still very meaningful ball games happening for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the meaning of it really is whether it will be the Barrie Baycats or the Kitchener Panthers. But even bigger than that, the Toronto Maple Leafs want to keep winning just to make sure that they are that team with home field advantage. So the fans here at Dominico Field can come out and watch the team, and the Maple Leafs love playing here at Dominico Field as well.
And you saw it last year, Tom, just being here for the playoffs. I mean, there's home field advantage. Besides just the ballpark and everything it offers, there's home field advantage here playing in front of the fans at Christie Pitts.
All right, here we go. The Barrie Baycats down to their final strike. Franklin Hernandez and Justin Mara trying to get on the same page here. Noel McGarry Doyle is the batter. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a ball fouled off left side.
The Maple Leafs will have swept the Baycats in all three home matches this season. The Maple Leafs also won a game up in Medhurst earlier in the season, so the Maple Leafs take the season series 4-2, and also that makes a pretty big difference right now, given that the Leafs are a game and a half up on the Baycats.
Strike three. Franklin Hernandez gets Noel McGarry Doyle and caps off a 12-3 win for the Toronto Maple Leafs over the Barrie Baycats in the final meeting between these two teams the regular season before could be a really, really good first-round playoff matchup. But the Leafs' mindset is probably still looking ahead at that third-place spot in the Intercounty Baseball League.
Yeah, this has been obviously massive. We head into now a massive weekend against Ellen Jackfish. We're really hoping for a split beginning with Angel Castro on the mound on Saturday. No question. Why just try to focus on getting the 4 seed when you get perhaps a 3 seed and put yourself in the best possible position to end the season in a dog pile? So if that's the 4 seed, if that's the 3 seed, either way, the Maple Leafs are going to keep trying to focus on playing the best possible baseball down the stretch.
Well, the Maple Leafs played some great baseball here at Dominico Field this evening. A 12-3 win over the Barrie Baycats from Thomas West and Ryan Eakin. You've been watching Toronto Maple Leafs TV presented by TD Canada Trust. You have a fantastic rest of your night.